So we're going to have a look now at the quick access toolbar, and this is in addition to the ribbons and tabs for enabling you to carry out different functions within Microsoft Word, and this is the same across all of the Office applications. And the quick access toolbar lives above the file and the home tab, and it's this short, almost a toolbar just up on here. You'll see that the default when you open the applications is that you have the save icon, and you have the undo and the redo, and that's the same across all of them, but you can add additional icons to the quick access toolbar. And the idea behind it is that it's a nice quick way of you being able to do things. So rather than, for example, going to one of the other tabs to find a particular icon, you can add it up here on the quick access toolbar, and it's just then one click from wherever you are on the screen at that time. It also saves you from going to the backstage view, which we look at in another one of the sessions, but the backstage view lives on the file tab, and this is a way that you could go to create new documents or to open them or to print, etc. So this saves you from having to go into that view. You'll see that on the end of the quick access toolbar there is a drop down arrow. I'm just going to click onto there, and it will list some of the most common features within the application, and these are actually very similar across all three. Obviously they will have some of their own ones relating to the application, but most of these will appear on all three of the Office 2016 apps. So for example, I could add new, and this then creates the icon for new. This is very similar to the older versions of Office, where you had the standard toolbar and the white piece of paper that allowed you to create a new document or a new workbook, a new presentation. I may also add open and quick print and print, preview and print. So these are all very useful things to just do with one click, and the quick access toolbar will always stay there, so you don't have to do this every time you open up the application. It will remember from last time and it will always stay there. You may find that there are other features and tools that you'd like to add that are not showing in the drop down list. So for example, changing the orientation of the document from portrait to landscape, that's not one that's actually showing up in here. Now what you can do is, if you find the icon that you want to use on one of the ribbons, so let me go on to the layout tab and ribbon. This is actually where page setup now appears. All the options that you used to have in page setup are here, and you can see here we have the orientation. If I click, it would allow us to change from portrait to landscape. So maybe I'd like to add that to my quick access toolbar so that I can always go to it very quickly without having to swap to the layout ribbon. And I'm just going to point at the icon and this time do a right mouse click, and my first option is add to quick access toolbar. And there it is, it appears up on here. Maybe I regularly insert pictures into my document. This is on the insert tab and ribbon because it's something that we want to put in. So most things that you want to put into your document or your spreadsheet or your presentation, you'll find on the insert tab and ribbon. So I'm going to now do a right mouse click on pictures and add to quick access toolbar. And this can grow to as long as you want it to be, but obviously it runs out of room a little bit up at the top here. So what you might choose to do is display it underneath the ribbon instead, and then you have the full screen. So I'm going to click onto the drop down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar, and down at the bottom I have show below the ribbon. And it now appears just here, so this can go all the way across. And what some people choose to do is they put every icon on there that they regularly use, and then they minimize, they hide these ribbons up here by double clicking on a tab and then just purely using the icons to save them, first of all the space, because that does take up quite a bit of space, and also saves them from moving around the different tabs to go and locate the icon that they want. If you want to put it back at the top again, we click on the drop down arrow and show above the ribbon, and it appears there at the top. If you want to remove any of the icons from the ribbon, you just right mouse click actually on the quick access toolbar here. I call it a ribbon. It's actually very similar to a ribbon when it starts to build up because of all the different graphical icons on, but it is actually a toolbar. Remove from quick access toolbar. and you can customize it exactly how you want it to be. Now this will be the same across all of the applications. You have to do each one of them individually, but as I say, once they've been created, they will then stay there, and until you choose to remove icons or add to it.